we like it.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, welcome back to the home on the RNG.
Who are you?
I guess I just say it now. I don't know.
Yeah, you've taken it. Go for it.
Sure.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Russ.
I'm also Jeff.
Nice.
In a way, aren't we all?
We are. Yeah.
And just
Jeff is the only Earthbound character that I never change his name.
Every day in every way, we get a little Jeffer and Jeffer.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal. That's why I have you guys over here and I ply you with drinks. You don't know what's really in these drinks, but every day you're a little more
I love
Jeff.
my Jeffsy.
Yeah. I will have you know that I'm not inebriated at all today.
Yet.
Sometimes I take a gummy before we do this, but I didn't.
I did not know that.
It just loosens me up a bit, but I've been in a really good mood naturally recently, which kind of scares me a little bit, but...
I'm just feeling Jeff-tastic.
Yeah.
Are you feeling in a good mood because we're going to talk about Golden Sun 2 today?
I think maybe that is why I feel like I'm in a good mood. Yeah.
Well, then let's go ahead and jump into personal history. Of which I have none.
Nice.
It was released on the Game Boy Advance in 2000. Well, so I've got two sets of notes in front of me, and one of them says it was released in 2001, and one says it was released in 2002. So
I think 2002.
2002, because Golden Sun 1 came out in 2001. I remember because I got Golden Sun 1 like the summer after I graduated high school, which was 2001.
It was supposed to be...
I wonder how many of these notes I just copied from Golden Sun 1
And then
now.
it might have been. And then I think 2 came out the next year.
It was developed by Camelot Software Planning and published by Nintendo. Yes, it released on June 28th, 2002 in Japan and 2003 in North America and Europe.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. Whatever.
But
The
I
thing
have
about
no
it
personal
is
history.
I remember, so I bought Golden Sun 1 like as soon as it came out.
Me too.
But then I actually just, I guess, forgot and didn't get Golden Sun 2 and didn't play it until like many years later. I got the Game Boy Advance cart, but it was like way after it came out that I actually played it.
I also have no personal history with it. I bought it in 2003 as a used cart when I very briefly worked for a game store, and just like anytime an RPG came in I didn't already have, I was like, grab. Mm-hmm. And
that's where you spent your whole paycheck on games.
That's literally true, actually, because it was one of 3 jobs I had, and so I was like, well, if I work here, I'm just gonna make this whole thing my I'm not gonna spend any of my money. I'm just going to be like, in lieu of a paycheck, I'll take these games.
You're just working in exchange for video games.
That literally was it, actually, yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the store didn't make enough money to actually pay me, so I was just like, well, I might get stiffed if I try to get money and then buy these, so I'm just going to be like, hey, what if I just got these? And that's how you start a collection.
No kidding.
But because of my 5 or 6 false starts of Golden Sun over the years, I have yet to actually play this game. So I am not.
Well, let's move into story and characters.
The loneliest piece of paper.
In a direct continuation from the last game, a group of psychic children, with the help of an old man, must continue their quest to save the world. It has been so long since we played the first... I keep forgetting the name of this game as I'm staring at the name notes for it. It's been so long since we played the first Golden Sun that I did ask Russ for a recap of what happened plot-wise in the first game. And his response was so great that I'm hoping he can repeat it for you all now. Hey, Russ, can you catch us up on the plot of the first game, like all the important stuff that happened?
In the first game, you kill 2 people.
That's more than you gave me initially.
Basically. Yeah, nothing really happens in the first one.
You actually control one of the antagonists from the first game in this one. Mm-hmm. And it takes around 35 hours to beat.
Yep. And it's it's like saying, like, this is where the story really begins. Like, you've played Golden Sun 1, so now you're ready to actually like find out what's going to happen.
And what happens?
Yeah. You get a party of characters. Like you said, one of them is a villain from the first game, Felix. And he's not really a villain, but he's like tagging along with the villains. Overall, I like this party better than the first game. You have Felix, you have his sister Jenna, Sheba, who is a 14-year-old little mage, and then Pierce, who is like a sexy water mage. And they go on a quest to... So in the first Golden Sun, ostensibly, your characters are trying to prevent alchemy from being restored to the world because they think, oh, it's going to destroy the world. Golden Sun 2, you are trying to restore alchemy to the world. So because you think that it's like going to improve the world and like make the world a better place.
If only they could sit down and talk this out.
Exactly. So, and they do come together. Everybody does come together eventually later in the game, and they do talk it out. And yeah, that's about it.
What about the characters? There's an old man.
There's an old man, yeah. You have your main party of 4, Felix, Jenna, Sheba, and Pierce. And then you have Creighton, who's an old man that just tags along with you and just gives color commentary.
He doesn't actually show up in combat, but he's part of the party.
No, he's like a alchemy expert, but he can't use it.
I feel like...
Or like a synergy expert, but can't do it.
Speaking of Camelot, he always reminded me a little bit of Astral from Shining Force 2. Just an old man enthusiastic about the quest, but will not help you, ever.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, he's kind of... And he's like the reason that all of this goes down anyway. So, yeah.
All right, then. I guess we can move into combat. Menu-driven, painted backdrops, characters leap into combat after given direction. The combat looks good.
The combat looks great, and it is, I mean, especially on the Game Boy Advance, it is beautiful to look at. And I love like the dynamic camera angles with just like 2D pixel sprite art or whatever.
That tried and true Beyond the Beyond combat system.
Right. Yeah, I love the way that like camera shifts when you do like a big attack. All of that is really good. All of your characters have synergy, have the power of synergy, which is basically just magic. Each of them kind of represent an element. And you have characters like the boys, Felix and Pierce, are more like warrior characters. And then the girls are more mage characters in terms of like their stats and their build. But everybody can use magic. Everybody can use synergy. And by equipping different djinn of the 4 elements, earth, wind, water, and fire, you can customize the kind of magic they have. So each character has kind of a base element. Felix is earth, Jenna's fire, etc. But then if you like combine water and fire, then you get a volcano attack or whatever. And then if you can combine like wind and fire, you get something that makes sense.
And it's nice because the magic regenerates over time or with steps taken.
It does regenerate over time. I will say a frustrating thing about this one, The Lost Age, is that it regenerates much more slowly than it does in the first one. The first one, you basically never run out of PP. And this one, you like run out of it all the time.
Oh, we all just made childish jokes in our head. It just happened.
PP.
Yeah, we all just ran out of PP.
We ran out of PP, just like in Earthbound.
But it does
you can run out of PP.
Yep.
Jeff doesn't have any PP.
Yeah, no, I went right before we started recording.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. It is, unfortunately, it does regress back to Final Fantasy 1, where if you attack an enemy who's already been defeated, your character just defends instead.
Dead.
And it's like,
I call it dead targeting.
That's a good term for it.
It is what it is, yes.
I felt like that was a product of an age, but apparently it's still a design choice they can make.
Yeah. It never bothered me in this game because I feel like, I don't know, strategically, I just kind of figured out, like this character does this much damage and this enemy is, weak to this element. And
you spread them out.
It's not annoying in this game to me like it was in NES games where, like, I don't know.
Spells have areas of effects. Certain spells affect one monster, or they'll affect 3, or they'll affect 5. They've got a little symbol next to them so that as you're looking to select them, it's got 5 little lines, so it'll affect a spread. You basically pick your center target, and it affects the enemies on the other side.
Right, and the center target will take more damage than everyone around it. So really strategic in that way. And
also the gen that you equip to yourself you can spend them to build up gen summoning points.
Yeah. When you equip them, they raise your stats, but then you can use them in battle, and they have like a special attack, and then they kind of get put into like a pool, like an elemental pool, where if you have enough gen of like the same element or like specific
if you built up 5 fire points or 5 wind points or whatever,
then you can do like a big summon.
Yes.
You can do like a big ultra hit
which
summon.
is pretty much your boss strategy.
Yeah, exactly. You want to use the gen, put them in the pool, use the big summon, and then like as the battle goes on, they will re-equip themselves to you, and so you'll get the stat boost again, and your spells will change like mid-battle.
Because how you equip the gen affect what spells your character is capable of having. There's some strategy to it, but there can also be some frustration to it, trying to figure out like, oh, no, I like this spell, but I want to give her a couple more. Well, nope, that one loses that spell. All right, let's try this. Nope, that one loses that spell.
I can't really explain or pinpoint why, but I feel like this one does a better job of encouraging you to mix and match the gen. I feel like in Golden Sun 1 in my playthroughs, I more or less stick to like giving all the water gen to the water character and blah blah blah. But this one, there's something about it that just like
there's just something about Mary
encourages you to be like, well, you actually do need to mix and match. You also don't in this one, you don't get the gen in like a linear order, in the sense of like in the first one you'll get like an earth gen and then a fire gen and then a wind gen and a water gen, and then it will repeat or whatever, but you get the gen in a more mixed up elemental capacity in this one,
which forces you to
like mix and match who has what. This is also a puzzle game. All of the dungeons have puzzles. Are we on to dungeons yet?
No, we're wrapping up combat. I was thinking do you want to move into innovation?
We can move into innovation.
Let's move into innovation. What were you saying?
So in terms of innovation, this is a dungeon puzzle game. Think like Lufia 2 or something
Beyond
like
the Beyond.
That. Beyond the Beyond, exactly. And every dungeon has some kind of puzzle element that you have to solve. And these two games are like a Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers 2 Japan, or like an Adventures of Lola 1 and 2. This one is just harder than the first one. So all of the puzzles, like right from the beginning, are harder than like any of the puzzles that you did in the first game.
No, I noticed that.
Yeah. So that can be frustrating.
But you can solve puzzles by using your psychic powers that you can map to shortcut keys.
You can.
Like push. You can just have it so you hit the L trigger and it'll just summon a giant psychic hand that you can push things with.
Does this one also have mind read?
Like, it has
yes,
mind read.
It does.
Yep.
Nice.
Which
I
is
always
just
have mind
fun.
read on hand. Yeah. I use that all the time.
It's fun. It's never really required for
Yeah,
me.
no,
it's-
completely useless, but it is fun to read the minds of everybody.
Yeah.
And like, I want that in Trails now. I want to be able to just.
God, can you imagine the amount of dialogue if you could also read everybody's mind?
I want to talk to every NPC multiple times every time the plot advances, and then I want to read their mind multiple times every time
Can
the
you
plot
imagine
advances.
how much shorter Final Fantasy VII would have been if everyone just had a
Mind reading.
mind reading?
That's
Hey,
true.
Cloud, every time we try to read your mind, it's weird. Listen, we booked a therapist.
Yeah, you get the one mind read in that game.
Yeah,
It goes
yeah.
on. It goes on.
I still like the sound of text in this game because
Oh,
they,
it's so good.
They vary it from character to character. Blah, 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 blah.
Beep, 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 beep.
Blah, blah, blah. It's,
Yeah, I love
very,
the text sound.
It's very nice. As you would hope for from a mobile game, you can save anywhere. Hidden objects in town, which is always a thing that I enjoy. Although,
I will say I don't like how many like pots there are to look for
Yeah.
in these
Yeah.
games. It is extreme because you will, like in a whole town, you'll find like 1 or 2 items in a pot, but there will be 50 that you
I
have
was
to
gonna
look
say.
through.
I know
so
that-
unless you've like played through before and you know where they are, it can be really tedious.
So I know that we were talking about Dragon Quest IX earlier, and you're not a fan. But one thing I do like about them is that treasures in like pots and like breakables and blue chests, as opposed to red chests, refill and are randomized. So anytime you go to a town, you could pop open something and it might have something new in it. And the game even actively says, but don't waste all your time trying to look for things. Just enjoy it when you find it.
I like in the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, literally every pot that you can search has something. Every pot and barrel gives you something.
Wow,
literally everyone.
I have it. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
I also
It's
have
good.
the Romancing Saga 2 remake. I don't know why I did that
I
to
got that for
myself,
Christmas.
but I'm going to try it, I guess.
I didn't
I'm
do
not
it to myself. I asked other people to do it to me.
I'm just not going to participate in that at all, but
No, you're saving it up for Romancing Saga 3 when it comes for us.
yes.
Romancing Saga 3 is actually pretty good.
Yeah, Romancing Saga 3 is
I
good.
would love to play a good Romancing Saga game because so far, anyway,
3 might be the one.
maybe. Do we have any other innovations for the game we're talking about here?
Can I
The
add one?
innovations, you absolutely can.
260 character password.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Because it is a direct continuation of the previous game.
I mean, you could have your Game Boy Advance link cable.
but then you have to like have 2 Game
You
Boy
do.
Advances.
You have to buy a second Game Boy Advance if you don't have a friend that has a Game Boy Advance and a copy of this game.
Or
From what
you
I
can
understand.
type in the world, like you thought River City Ransom had a long password. Son, this is 6 River City Ransom passwords to load your characters and stats from the first game.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's 3 different so when I played it for this review, there's 3 different levels of password. You can do a bronze, a silver, or a gold, and I just did a bronze password that I found online for this
Nice.
one, and that still gets you like all of your like your character stats for your characters from the first game. You just don't get like the items,
One of
and
the
that's
reasons,
only like 11 characters.
One of the reasons this review is going so quick because we're quickly approaching music. More so than any other game that we have played, this is just a direct continuation.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like they changed any mechanics significantly. They didn't revamp anything. The graphic, they worked on that first one, pushed it out, and the next day showed up to work and just kept going on the
Yeah.
second game. I feel like they were originally meant to be one
Well,
game.
it was intended to be one game for the N64, and then
Yeah.
this happened. So
So I
A
just
Mother 3 situation.
for
Yeah.
people who are listening to this who are like, oh my god, I love Golden Sun 2, I can't wait to hear the guys talk about it, because people get very excited about our podcast, I'm sure, somewhere.
Brazil, I think.
I don't want you to feel like we are short shifting you on your favorite game. It's just, this is Golden Sun 1 Part 2.
Yeah, this is just the one where all the story stuff happens.
Yeah.
But this
is the Final
really,
Fantasy VII Rebirth
Yeah.
of Golden Sun.
Yeah, there you go. Do we have any other innovations?
I do like, and this is a thing they did in Golden Sun 1 as well, so this is just kind of a retread of the Golden Sun 1 episode. But I do like, there's a lot of optional content. Like, even at the very beginning of this game, there's like a temple that you can go to that you don't have to go to. And then there's like a cave you can go to after that you don't have to go to. But it will get you extra things. Like one of the things that they do in this game that they don't do in the first one is you can get like special summons, but you don't just need like a particular number of Jinn to use those summons in battle. You actually have to like go on a side quest to find the ability to summon that summon. So there's a lot of good like optional content in this.
You're starting to lose your voice or something over there, buddy.
I'm going to take a sip of water. I hope you can cut out all of my...
That was the sound of Russ drinking. That was very loud, Russ.
I don't talk a lot. My job that I have now, I don't talk to anybody all day. So I don't spend...
And then you come out here every 3 months and have to spend 4 hours talking.
Spend a lot of time talking.
Well, you know what? Why don't you take a break?
Who's your favorite character?
I like the old man.
Of course
doesn't contribute.
That is true. Yes, he's very good.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
As an old man who doesn't contribute, I feel that.
All right, so let's rest your voice for a little while and talk about music. Hey, Chris.
Uh-oh.
Bring your voice up. Power it up, buddy. Oh, he's got the paper pop, too.
Nah.
Oh, dueling paper
Not
pops.
stalling for time at all. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the part of Home on the RNG where we come across a game composed by Motoi Sakuraba. Motoi Sakuraba is one of the most prolific and talented and consistent and prolific and hardworking and prolific our JRPG
Is he prolific?
composers.
I was going to say, would
He is.
you consider him to be a prolific?
I'm glad you asked that because he did so many soundtracks for so many games. Here's the problem. Motoi Sakuraba has a what I would say an extremely established kind of prog sound and like JRPG ambient sound. Like everything kind of fits everything, but it's just the epicness is dialed up. And this describes every soundtrack pretty much that he's ever created, from his humble beginnings with the Wolf Team games, some of which weren't RPGs, up to like Dark Souls, of course, because he's the composer for that. Yeah, he's done like all of the Star Ocean games, I believe all of the Tales games, the Tales of Fantasia, Destiny, blah blah blah.
He definitely, you can definitely hear it in Star Ocean.
Oh yeah.
You can hear him so much in Star Ocean.
And then, sometimes he will go into some oddball directions. He especially he did some pretty experimental stuff for the Batten Kaitos duology, of which he, of course, composed these giant soundtracks for. And then also things like Mario Tennis. He is the Mario Tennis composer. In fact, I was delighted to find while listening to this soundtrack, because again, I have not played the game, so I only listened to the soundtrack in isolation. One of my favorite YouTube comments that I came across while listening is that somebody said, "This is the best Mario Tennis soundtrack that is not attached to a Mario Tennis." So yeah, that's, again, Motoi Sakuraba. It's very hard to distinguish with words like what his soundtracks are. He has a sound
prolificness.
Because of the prolificness, and because of the consistency and quality of his work. Usually he would do 5 games, 2 animes, and like a 2 or 3 solo albums per year. Like there was just this, I think there was 1 year, and I think it was when he composed the original. No, it was like 1997 or something. There was like 1 year where he only did 1 soundtrack, and I think that was like when like his kid was born. Because in Japan they actually have paternity time
They
as
have
well as
healthcare in
maternity time.
Japan.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like he actually had to take some time off. Like, he was probably cursing the day. He actually made his kid sing for one of the Batten Kaitos tracks, so I feel like that was his, like...
I remember that,
his payback, yeah, for all that. He's like, okay, kid, you made me miss a soundtrack. Now you got to sing.
I will say my contribution to this is that Jenna has her own battle theme.
She does.
And it's the best battle theme of all the battle themes in both games.
It is so good.
And you only can hear it. You hear it for 3 battles at the very beginning of this game. And then, much later in the game, when all your party members from the first game join you, and you can swap them around freely, if you create a party that does not have the protagonist from Golden Sun 1 or 2 in it, but has Jenna in it, then you will get Jenna's battle theme.
Amazing. Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing I don't know about this game. So but yeah, that is a fantastic battle theme. I think
It is like it's Dragon Quest 4, how you can like go back to if you only put the characters from a particular chapter in your party, you can go back to their battle theme.
Yeah, I really like the Lena's battle themes for that one.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I will say also shout outs to the ship battle theme when you're on the ship. That's actually the video where I saw the Mario Tennis thing. But I really like, I really like when a game differentiates battle themes when you're fighting from a ship, because it's already unfair that they're making you fight from a ship. Right. It's nice when you get a new and epic battle theme for it.
Yeah, you do get like a new battle theme for everything in this game.
Okay, so there is a special, very epic JRPG theme for the song that's called Moving Worlds that is specifically, I believe, for the 260 character password. You get a special song for that. I recommend everybody go check out the video on YouTube for that song. The song, again, is Moving Worlds, because all the comments are like, it's the soundtrack to hell.
Enjoy you're entering your 52 character
Enjoy the epic JRPG music for your data entry, folks.
Right. Yes.
For your data entry job. Anyway, it's very funny comments. I don't usually recommend a YouTube comment section, but that one's pretty good.
I want to take a second to...
Yeah.
Speaking of funny YouTube comments, I'm calling Chris out now. Because his band, Super High Tops, has a video where they cover the entire first Toe Jam and Earl, which Chris has graciously allowed me to turn into a side quest, so you guys will hear that at some point. In the YouTube comment section for that video, somebody reacts that, oh my gosh, you guys are so great. I would love for you to play my wedding or like my birthday, my wedding, and my funeral.
No, it's like, I want you guys to play at my wedding, my firstborn son's birth, and my funeral.
And then the reply from Super High Tops, and I know it was a reply from Chris. Like, it's from the band, but I know Chris wrote this reply, and it was, go ahead.
What a weekend.
Jesus. Just right on the spot. So good.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite comments ever.
All right.
That is another great comment section, by the way. That's not a self plug, because obviously all I did was record on the video and come up with a band, but
played the bass guitar and.
The comment section under the Toe Jam and Earl full OST Sega Genesis medley from Super High Tops, which is my band, is one of the nicest, most glowing, and just supportive, like amazing comment systems. Like over 1,000 comments, and they're all just beautiful, except for a couple of the weird ones that sailed right to the bottom. Shout outs to those two.
Anyway,
yeah, let's talk about Gold Sun whatevers. I had one more interesting bit of trivia that I was able to dig up about this soundtrack. Okay, so there's a song called Traveling Wayard, which is the first, I believe, overworld theme. Conspicuously sounds a little light as far as arrangements go. The epic strings and bass and all that other stuff are there, but it's missing a little something. Well, I found out I read about other people finding out that there is a snare drum sound that is in the game's data and is locked away by like just a couple of bytes of code. Nobody knows if it was intentional or not, but that song is missing drums, and so you can find on YouTube a lot of like examples of people restoring the drums to it. It's actually supposed to have this cadency snare drum to it, like all the other overworld themes do. Walking Forward with Determination and the ship theme are two examples of that, where you hear that drum. That's supposed to be in the Traveling Wayward song as well, and is not. So
interesting.
I feel like maybe it was an oversight in the composer's prolificness that maybe that one escaped his view. Maybe he did it on purpose.
So he's not flawless after all.
I never said he was.
He's a human being, just like all.
He's an excellent composer. I never said he was flawless.
He's a human being, just like me and Chris.
Oh no! Let's not go that far.
You know what? How far we should go?
How far?
All the way to our final thoughts.
Oh boy.
This is really just more of the first game.
Yeah.
In fact, my notes for final thoughts are 2 sentences long. This is more of the first game, but the first game was pretty fun, and this one isn't bad either. B-.
Amazing.
That's what I've got.
Fair enough. Yeah, I really like this one. It is just a direct continuation from the first game. I like it more just because there's more that happens in the story, and I like the main party more. I do knock it a little bit for having sometimes just unreasonably difficult puzzles. There's that like whirlwind puzzle at the mountain that I'm just like, this doesn't need to go on forever. And then nerfing the PP restoration is a little annoying. They do give you synergy crystals sometimes in dungeons that you can pick up, and that'll just restore your PP, but it's not really enough. So it gets a little knocked for that.
In the first game, I always forget to heal my party up before I pick up one of those. I'm always oh, it's a stone. And then I pick it up. It's like, your PP's restored. I'm like, oh, damn it, I forgot. Yeah.
But overall, I do enjoy this one. I enjoy both games. I do enjoy this one more than the first game. So I will give it 4.5 Golden Suns out of
that really fell apart on you, didn't it?
Golden Suns. And this is the last one that they ever made, so...
I don't feel like that's true.
No, it is. It's the last one.
Just like how the Lunar ended with Eternal Blue.
It did. And there's never been another Lunar game after Eternal Blue.
I've got bad news, guys.
I guess my final thoughts is, for soundtrack purposes, it's 55 songs as opposed to 29 in the first game, so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They did make there's like a new song for everything in this game.
Yeah, it's very distinct. I mean, I make jokes, but it's like, there's not like any real revisiting of the first soundtrack in it that I could tell.
Yeah.
So let's go around real quick and just do media that we're currently consuming. Whatever you're currently watching or reading or playing. I just finished, when I was playing the game and writing the review, I was watching. They restored all 13 episodes of the 90s cartoon Toxic Crusaders. And so I got the Blu-ray collection of that, and I was watching that in anticipation of the scrolling beat-em-up game that is coming out later this year that's supposed to serve as a season 2.
All right.
Interesting. Did you ever play the NES or Genesis Toxic Crusaders games?
I've tried multiple times. They are super difficult and janky. The cartoon is... I mean,
the cartoon exists.
I like it. I don't think I should recommend it.
Sure.
The Genesis game is so crazy because like cars run you over and they're so fast you can't dodge them, and I'm just like, this is a nightmare.
The whole history of Toxic Crusaders, I could go on for quite a while, but just in short, one of the reasons Toxic Crusaders existed at all, because they're based off the Toxic Avenger movies, which are not for kids at all.
There's some childhood trauma for you.
Exactly. I caught the pun. It was very good. But apparently there was a negotiation going on with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the time. It was either the toy company that they had their release with or the production company for TV, but there was negotiations going on, and they brought out Toxic Crusaders to basically force TMNT to bargain with them in better faith, because it was like, look, we can just replace you. We can just make this the new hot thing, right? You're nothing special. And then as soon as TMNT finished negotiating that contract, Toxic Crusaders was just abandoned. They were the only reason this exists was a bargaining tactic in negotiations with Ninja Turtles.
Amazing.
Yeah, I could talk more about it, but I won't.
I've heard of Toxic Crusaders, but I can't actually picture what it is.
You and I are going to play the beat 'em up when it comes out, because one of the characters that they let you play is the main character's fat Jewish mother.
Sweet.
And I was like, I know who Russ is going to pick.
I have my character picked.
Like, yeah, I can pick all of these superhuman creatures. These creatures of superhuman size and strength. Or I could play Toxie's mom.
Yeah.
Or Toxie's nearsighted girlfriend with an accordion.
Toxie's mom has got it going on.
Mrs. Junko.
Yeah.
Her son becomes a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength. Tries to go home, and she's like, "You're not living here looking like that. Go to the dump." And so he has to move into the dump. Then he becomes the town's hero, and then she's very proud of him, but he still has to live at the dump because he's not messing up her rugs. Anyway, go ahead, Russ. What is something you are currently watching, reading, or playing?
I'm watching, the most interesting thing that I'm watching right now is Severance Season 2, which I think is
will watch
pretty
soon.
Pedestrian answer. Everybody loves that show, but there's a reason for it, and it's fantastic. And we're at the penultimate episode, so we have one more episode as of this recording next week to see how it all shakes out. And the last two episodes have been really mind blowing.
I feel like I can.
Thinker. It makes me think. Would I sever? Would you sever? I'm just assuming everybody knows
what of the show. I know the concept. I haven't watched it yet. I think if I could guarantee, well, no, because of how that works, I couldn't. I don't think I would do that to myself.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'll try and be even more pedestrian. I'm playing Skyrim again. This time on the PS5, the Anniversary Collection with all the extra content and stuff. It's really funny how they kind of messed up like Skyrim's cohesion just to add a bunch of fan content for a price. But I'm like, as somebody who's 2,500 hours in, I can't complain really.
Have you played through as Hatsune Miku?
No, it's not actual mods.
Okay.
It's official stuff.
Sure,
so it's it's like tribute armor from blades and whatnot. But it's been fun on the PS5, so like load times are good now. Don't play it on the Switch. If you could play Skyrim on the Switch, but don't upgrade to the Anniversary Edition. It like actually is kind of broken. Like sound effects take several seconds to like load in now, and lots more crashes. And so don't try it. It was a miracle that the Switch could do a full Skyrim as it was, before. But you add that Anniversary content, and it just breaks it.
The Switch is my favorite game console ever, but sometimes the games are hit or miss. Like with the Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake, kind of runs like ass.
I
on
bought
the Switch.
Both versions.
Me too. I got it for the Switch, and then I was like, "Oh, I actually can't handle." It's the text sound is like off on the Switch version. It's like you're not hearing the bloop bloop bloop
Maybe
of
it'll
every
work better
single
on the
letter.
Switch too.
Maybe it will, yes. But my point being, I originally bought it and was going to play the whole thing on the Switch, and then I'm like, I actually can't do this. So I went and bought the PS5 version.
So next time, our final episode in Sequelpalooza. That's right, it's coming to an end.
Oh no.
And
I am sad because this has been a good swath of games.
Well, and the next one is the one we said we wouldn't do. We said it could never happen. In fact, I even did my own side quest reviewing this game because Russ said, no, never. And then he relented.
But then a rat came and stole a couple of jewels, and so...
Because of that rat bastard. Next time, Shining Force 2. We'll see you guys there.
See you later.
on the RNG is a presentation of Mad Centaur Productions. You can find Jeff on YouTube at youtube.com/Centaur Productions or on Twitter at Jeff Centaur. You can find Russ on Twitter at RussMac25. You can find Chris on Twitch at twitch.tv/LiarExaggerate or on Twitter at EnrichFlavor. Thank you for listening, and remember to save your game before powering off this podcast.